This is a list of Spanish viceroys of the Principality of Catalonia from 1479 to 1713. 1479 to 1493, Enrique de Aragon. 1493 to 1495, Juan de Lanuza y Garabito. 1495 to 1496, Juan Fernández de Heredia. 1496 to 1501, Juan de Aragon, Conde de Ribagorza. 1501 to 1514, Jaime de Luna. 1514 to 1521, Alonso de Aragon, Archbishop of Zaragoza. 1521 to 1523, Pedro Folc de Cardona, Archbishop of Tarragona. 1523 to 1525, Antonio de Zuniga, Prior of Castile, Order of St. John of Jerusalem. 1525 to 1539, Frederick de Portugal y Noronha, Bishop of Siguenza. 1539 to 1543, St. Francis Borgia, 4th Duke of Gandia, 3rd General Father of the Jesuit Order. 1543 to 1554, Juan Fernández Manrique de Lara, Marqués de Aguilar de Campo. 1554 to 1558, Pedro Afán de Ribera, Duque de Alcala. 1558 to 1564, Garcia Alvarez de Toledo, 4th Marquis of Villafranca del Bierzo. 1564 to 1571, Diego Hurtado de Mendoza y de la Cerda. 1571 to 1580, Fernando de Toledo. 1580 to 1581, Francisco de Moncada y Folc de Cardona, Marqués de Aytona. 1581 to 1583, Carlo d'Aragon Tagliavia. 1583 to 1586, Juan de Zuniga y Avellaneda, Conde Miranda del Castana. 1586 to 1590, Manrique de Lara y Girón, Conde Valencia de Don Juan. 1590 to 1592, Pedro Luis Galceranda Borja y de Castro Pinos. 1592 to 1596, Bernardino de Cardenas y Portugal, Duque de Maqueda. 1596 to 1602, Lorenzo Suárez de Figueroa y Córdoba, Duque de Feria. 1602 to 1603, Joan Terres y Borrell, Archbishop of Tarragona. 1603 to 1611, Hector de Pignatelli y Glona, Duque de Monteleon. 1611 to 1611, Pedro Manrique, Bishop of Tortosa. 1611 to 1615, Francisco Hurtado de Mendoza, Marqués de Almazan. 1615 to 1619, Francisco Fernández de la Cueva, Duque de Albuquerque. 1619 to 1622, Fernando Afán de Ribera y Tellez Girón, 3rd Duke of Alcalá de los Gazules. 1622 to 1626, Joan Sentis, Bishop of Barcelona. 1626 to 1627, Luis Diaz de Armendariz, Bishop of Urgel. 1627 to 1629, Miguel Santos de San Pedro, Bishop of Solsona. 1629 to 1630, Gómez Juárez de Figueroa, 3rd Duke of Feria. 1630 to 1632, Enrique de Aragon Folc de Cardona y Córdoba. 1632 to 1633, Cardinal Infante Fernando de Austria. 1633 to 1638, Enrique de Aragon Folc de Cardona y Córdoba. 1638 to 1640, Dalmaso de Queralt, Count of Santa Coloma. 1640 to 1640, Garcia Gil Manrique, Bishop of Barcelona. 1640 to 1640, Enrique de Aragon Folc de Cardona y Córdoba. 1640 to 1642, Pedro Fajardo Requesens y Zuniga, Marqués de los Ve Acute LZ, 1642 to 1644, Pedro Antonio de Aragon, 1642 to 1645, Felipe de Silva, 1645 to 1647, Diego Felipe de Guzman, Marquis of Leganés, 1647 to 1648, Guillermo Ramón de Moncada, Marqués de Aytona, 1648 to 1650, Juan de Garay, 1650 to 1653, Francisco de Orozco, Marqués de Mortara, 1653 to 1656, John of Austria the Younger, 1656 to 1663, Francisco de Orozco, Marqués de Mortara, 1663 to 1664, Francisco de Mora y Cortarial, Marqués de Castel Rodrigo, 1664 to 1667, Vicente de Gonzaga y Doria, 1667 to 1669, Gaspar Tellez Girón, 5th Duke de Osuna, 1669 to 1673, Francisco Fernández de Córdoba, Duque de Sessa, 1673 to 1675, Francisco de Tutavilla y del Rufo, Duque de San Germán, 1675 to 1676, Juan Antonio Pacheco Osorio de Lado, Marqués de Cerralbo, 1676 to 1677, Alexander Farnese, Prince of Parma, 1677 to 1678, Juan Domingo Mendeda Haro y Fernández de Córdoba, 1678 to 1678, Diego Felipe de Guzman, Marquis of Leganés, 1678 to 1685, Alejandro de Bournonville, Duque de Bournonville, 1685 to 1688, Diego Felipe de Guzman, Marquis of Leganés, 1688 to 1688, Juan Tomás Enriquez de Cabrera, Conde Melgar, 1688 to 1690, Carlos de Garia Aragon y Borja, Duque de Villahermosa, 1690 to 1693, Juan Alonso Pérez de Guzman, Duque de Medina Sidonia, 1693 to 1694, Juan Manuel Fernández Pacheco, 8th Marquis of Villena, 1694 to 1696, Francisco Antonio de Agatuz, Marquis of Gastanaga, 1696 to 1698, Francisco de Velasco y Tovar, Conde Melgar, 1698 to 1701, George de Darmstadt, Landgrave of Hesse. During the War of the Spanish Succession, Catalonia was contested between the Bourbons and Habsburgs. Viceroys named by Philip V of Spain, 1702 to 1703, Luis Fernández de Portocarrero, Conde de Palma, 1703 to 1705, Francisco de Velasco y Tovar, Conde Melgar, 1705 to 1706, José Antonio de Mendoza, 3rd Marquis of Villagarcia, 1706 to 1719, Claude François Bidel d'Asfeld, Viceroys named by Archduke Charles, 1711 to 1712, Elizabeth Christine of Brunswick-Wolfenbüttel, 1713 to 1713, Guido Starhemberg. In 1713, by the Nueva Planta decrees, King Philip V of Spain replaced the function Viceroy of Catalonia by that of Captain General of Catalonia. French viceroys during the Catalan Revolt. During the Catalan Revolt, the French invaded Catalonia and appointed viceroys to govern the territory in the name of the King of France. 1641 to 1642, Urbain de Maillet Brigi Acute Zedi Acute. 1642 to 1645, Philippe de la Motte Prudent Court, 1645 to 1647, Henry Harcourt de Lorena, 1647 to 1647, Louis II de Bourbon, Prince of Condé, 1647 to 1648, Miguel Mazarino, 1649 to 1651, Louis de Bourbon, Duke of Mercoeur, 1651 to 1652, Philippe de la Motte Prudent Court,